Hi, this is Jonathan. How you guys doing? Today we're going to feature another guitar from Fender, but this is from the Fender custom shop, Vincent Van Trigt 1962 Stratocaster. want to thank Clement from Guitar 77 Plus for passing me this pre-loved guitar. This is from the custom shop from Fender. This is the Vincent Van Trigt 1962 Stratocaster with a very nice Alder body. And this finish is a Nitrocellulose finish featuring a aged sage green metallic on the top coat, and then you have a Dakota Red on the undercoat. Nice, wonderful combination. This is, of course, is Relic, and again, Relic guitars are quiet taste, but this is Relic really nicely. And you have a AAA Maple neck with some Relicing going on here, some worn out stuff happening here, but you don't feel it. It's like, it's just one smooth satin finish. And then you have this really nice headstock, this period accurate headstock, 1962 Fender logo and everything, with a very nice vintage tuners from Fender. These are very rare. In fact, I've seen some of them in some of the custom shop Fenders that I reviewed before, but these are the ones with the Fender logo. And my experiences with this is that these tuners are really good. Like, the ratio is there. And they are not wound up like, sometimes you have these tuning packs that are really hard to turn, or some tuning packs that are too easy to turn. This is just nice. And when you are tuning it and you're watching the tuners, it just stays there and it just stays there. It's really good. So you also have a period accurate American and vintage 1959 to 64 string tree with a bone nut with a nut width of 41.9 mm. And then you have a very nice rosewood fretboard with a fret radius of 9.5 inch. And this neck shape is pretty interesting. This is a 60s Strat Style C shape, right? It's okay. It's easy. It's easy. It's not really a big chunk. It's just a normal medium C. Yeah, and just kind of thins out around here, which is easy, which is nice. You have 21 frets, right? These are the nickel frets. These are the thin and tall frets, yeah, very nice. And then white dot markers. Okay, so these are called Mikata white, right? As well as for the side, very distinct, yeah. Sometimes you get all this like a bit of faded white, and if you have a roasted maple fretboard, it gets lost in the translation. But with the rosewood and this Bakata white, yeah, it's just nice. A nice combination. I see this. So for the body, you have a 5-way pickup selector switch, 1 volume, 2 tones. Of course, the last tone will control the last pickup on the bridge. You have a very nice 60s style Pickguard featuring green, black, green. Right? So it's a 3-ply Pickguard, really nice. And then you have this tremolo bridge, which is called American Vintage Strat Bridge, Relic. Yeah, likely Relic. And then the tremolo arm is a vintage upgraded 60s tremolo arm, right? So these are really interesting pickups. These are the single coils from Fender. These are the the hand wound 60 to 63 Relic for the neck, and then the hand wound 60 to 63 reverse wound for the middle, and the hand wound 60 to 63 for the bridge. Right, output jack, top loaded, and then for the back you have a very plain neck plate with a 4-screw neck joint, and then you have a parchment white plate for the tremolo arm as well as for the springs. And all along you have like relicing going on. Yeah. Of course, the flame maple is very obvious around here and here, but then you can still see the AAA over here. Okay, that's about it. Guitar is not heavy at all. It just comes in at a very decent weight of 3.33 kg. Right. As far as playing is concerned, this medium C or rather this C shape is interesting. It's nice. It's a nice feel to it. And 41.9 is okay. It's not too cramped and it's not too wide. Sometimes you have a 43 mm nut, and then it goes kind of like, wide. This is just nice, right? And the narrow and tall frets, they are roughly the same as my Fender Chroma, which I've gotten used to it. I'm so used to the James Tyler, which is like fat and tall. So this is narrow and tall. And I think you have better articulation, as well, especially for pitching and for string bendings on the narrow and tall as compared to the fat and tall. I think fat and tall is easier to bend, right? But if you want accurate tuning, yeah, this is the one to go for. But it takes a little bit of a getting used to, right? So as far as playing is concerned, this is easy. Now, for the sound, these are vintage pickups. These are, it comes with the 60 cycle hum and everything, but the tone that you're getting is authentic 60s or 62, 60 to 63 kind of a pickup sound. And they're nice, crystal clear. The bridge pickup is no slouch. It doesn't have a lot of output, but you can drive an overdrive unit if you want to, but you have to be careful about what you are doing, because it might get really brittle and starts, coming up with all sorts of overtones that you don't like. So you got to adjust your amp and your overdrive unit accordingly. Now the tremolo bridge is nice. It just stays in tune really, really well. It's been floated, right? I floated it a little bit more. Now, albeit interesting guitar. So the question remains, why? I used to ask that same question last time. Why would I pay so much for a beat-up guitar, even one from the Fender Custom Shop? And I guess there are people out there who likes a sort of a worn guitar, so you don't have to worry about you've been knocked or nicked or anything like that, and you can still take this out for a gig, even though it costs a lot. Now, why the Fender Custom Shop costs so much? Part of the thing is that there's a lot of work done to this guitar because of the relicking and everything, so it takes an effort. It takes man hours, right? The other thing that I think that is very prevalent in the custom shop guitars is the quality of these guitars. Like the tuners that they have here, the way the nut has been set up, even though with a string tree, when I'm doing my tremolo work and everything, it stays in tune. It doesn't go out of tune really drastically, and the pickups are period accurate pickups. If you're looking for that kind of sound, that's where to go. This is, unless you buy a set of period accurate pickups and put it on your Strat. But this is made as a whole project, and it's made to manipulate or to mimic that 62 Strat that you used to have, or your uncle used to have, or your dad used to have. So some people would like to go for that. For me, like I mentioned before, I rather go for a brand new guitar, and I do my own relicking in my own time, in my own way. But there are people who likes this, and I can understand why. And when I'm talking about the materials that they use for the custom shop, you can see that there is a AAA Maple neck over here, really nice rosewood, fretboard. And even the relicking that's going on there, like I said, it takes man hour, it takes effort to do all this. Right, let me know what do you think about this guitar. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. I want to hear from you. Guitar is available in Guitar 77 Plus Singapore, so if you're in Singapore, just give Clement a call, make an appointment, and try this out. I'm sure you'll like it. Now, as far as playability is concerned and the sound, this guitar is top notch. Right, so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, press that bell for notification of future videos, and follow and be part of Patrons to support this channel. I would appreciate it. I thank all my patrons for the wonderful love and support all these years. Thank you so much, guys. So in the meantime, you guys have a great week ahead. I know it's Monday, but it doesn't have to be moody. Have a great week ahead, and I will see you real soon. Sayonara.